We're ready? All right. All right, I will call this meeting to order. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Sylvia, roll call, please.
Council President Young,
Here.
Councilor Browse,
Here.
Councilor Stankey,
Here.
Councilor Mays,
Here.
Councilor Scott,
Here.
and Councilor Giles.
Here.
Thank you. And Mayor Rosner is absent.
Thank you, Sylvia. Next on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I move we approve the agenda.
Great. I have a motion to approve the agenda in a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, council. Next on the agenda is the consent agenda. We have a list here. Approval of October 28th, 2025 City Council meeting minutes. Approval of November 4th, 2025 City Council meeting minutes. Approval of November 18th, 2025 City Council meeting minutes. Resolution 2025-080, reappointing Kaz Thompson to the Sherwood Senior Advisory Board. Resolution 2025-081, reappointing Donna Nevedal to the Sherwood Senior Advisory Board. Resolution 2025-082, authorizing full faith and credit financing for Sherwood Broadband. Resolution 2025-083, authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Northwest Success for janitorial services, hard floor maintenance, carpet, and window cleaning. Resolution 2025-084, ratifying the collective bargaining agreement for the Sherwood Police Officers Association, also known as SPOA.
I move consent.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, council. Next on the agenda is citizen comment. Sylvia, do we have any requests?
I do not.
Anybody here for citizen comment? All right. Mohammed or Dan, do we have anybody online for citizen comment? No, thank you. All right, next on the agenda is presentations, recognition of Eagle Scout Award recipients. We have 2 scouts tonight to recognize this evening. We have Brandon Will. Can you please come forward and tell us about your Eagle project? Yes. And push the button on there till it's red. There you go.
Perfect. Yeah.
Awesome. And we have some pictures, and I think this one is yours, correct?
Correct.
We had some technical difficulties, but council has seen your project.
My name is Brandon Will. I'm an Eagle Scout for Troop 528. My project was to basically move the Statue of Mary to like another place, which is easier to access for like everyone, especially with like people with disabilities and like wheelchair accessibility. And the goal was to help like the parish create like an area that they can either add on to the school or make like a prayer garden. So that was the main goal.
And what school is this at?
St. Francis, the Catholic Church as well. So.
Nice. Does anybody have any questions for Will on his project?
Great project. How much time did it take? How many days of your time did you spend planning and prep and actually doing the work? And then did you have any help?
It took a while, maybe 6 months of planning, maybe a little less. And I had help from my fellow scouts and adult leaders from my troop. So it was very helpful with their help.
How many people did you have on your team? Roughly.
I think at least 8, maybe a little more, but yeah.
How did you decide on this particular project?
Well, I used to go to St. Francis, and I noticed that Mary was kind of like not really present, or you can't really see her from like when you're driving in and like trying to access the school, and you had to go into this like little area to find her. So I thought that it would be easier to put her next to the Jesus statue that was also at the school and give her a more open area so that everybody could see.
Awesome.
So I'm looking at this picture mean, everything inside that circle, you did all of that work and all
We
those.
didn't do the flowers. The goal was for like the parish to kind of like take over the project, like plant stuff.
Mhm.
And they did that, which was also really helpful.
But you did all the brickwork and all that stuff and that moved the stat. It looks great. It's phenomenal. Well done.
So before you did the Eagle project, what was your favorite merit badge you worked on?
One of the citizenships. I don't really know which one. They're all
Citizenship in the community. You probably had to attend this meeting, right?
I
Okay,
think.
all right.
Future Youth Advisory Board member, maybe.
Yeah. That's great.
Councilor Mace.
So doing work on somebody else's property, at church, what was the process to get approval from, the parish to be able to do this project?
Well, I had a meeting set up with Father Mall, who is the priest of the church, and I went to him and I kind of proposed the idea to move Mary. I didn't really have a spot yet until he kind of like walked us out and gave us like a general area of where he like wanted her. So I decided to, or I didn't really decide, but I chose like that area because it was most open and it was very accessible. So.
Did you get the materials donated?
A little. We had to purchase a few of them. We got donations from, I don't really know from who, but it was anonymous donations, and I raised 500 from cans and bottles that I collected
Wow,
over a year
very
and a half.
nice.
So how much was the total project?
Around $700.
Oh.
That's awesome. Any other questions?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, can you just tell us another, like, one of your favorite times as a scout?
I think attending my first summer camp. I think it was Merriweather, and it's a really good camp, good staff, good people to like be around. So it's really fun.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'm gonna come forward and hand you a gift certificate. Not a gift certificate, a certificate.
I was about to say, we're really upgraded.
Gift certificate too. On your wallet.
Check on the signature. Brian, is that-
It's under $50.
All right, our next Eagle Scout is Jackson Dooley. Come forward, and we also have a picture of yours. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about your project.
My project was building bullpens at the baseball fields at Hawksfield Elementary School. I built one bullpen for each field, and there's 4 fields. So I built a mound and then a little platform for home plates on each field,
What's a bullpen?
like where pitchers warm up. It's a mound and then home plate.
Sorry, Ken.
Are you a pitcher?
Yeah,
So have you tried to, did you have some muddy experiences here? Is that why you chose this project?
I have a little brother who plays at those fields.
Oh,
So-
great.
And they always warm up on like where I put my bullpens, but there's no mound, so I figured it's a good idea to put mounds there.
Oh, fantastic.
Excellent. What kind of process did you have to go through to do this project?
I talked with Sherwood Junior Baseball president, and he approved my project. So it was a good idea. That's pretty much it. Pretty much.
What materials have you used here?
It was mostly wood, and then I had like turf from Home Depot. But
Looks like a rubber and a
yeah,
whole plate too.
I bought the rubbers and home plates.
How much was your project?
I think it was about $1,300 total at the end.
Did you fundraise?
Yeah, I raised about 1,000 from GoFundMe, and then
Wow,
some separate donations from family and friends.
very nice.
And, do you have any help?
Yeah, I got help from my troop, other scouts in my troop, and my other adult leaders, and then on the last day to help dig in the holes for the platforms, I got help from a lot more of the community because it was the baseball field day,
Oh, nice.
so people just helped me out dig holes.
Great day to do it, huh?
Yeah.
Outstanding project.
So actually, I'm interested in that. So are the mounds are sunk down into the ground somehow, or What were you digging down? Because it kind of looks like they're on top.
The platforms, I dug the platforms from the ground.
Oh,
I
great.
put like little holes and then gravel underneath and then put the platforms down. And the mounds just sit there and then they can be stored over the winter.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Perfect.
Nice.
So I'll ask you as well, what was your favorite merit badge? How about not a required merit badge? What was your favorite elective merit badge?
Probably like game design.
Game design. Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's fun.
Did you design is it a board game you designed or a digital game?
I made a digital game.
Oh, fun.
So are you into computer science then?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great. Good job.
I was coach for the baseball teams this year, and our kids loved having these mounds to warm up on. So I appreciate you coming up with this idea and actually following through and making this happen. I think it's going to be a good asset for us, baseball organization here in Sherwood.
Awesome. Great
Very
job.
cool.
Good job.
I have another. All right, this is just a fun night tonight. Next on the agenda is recognition of Sherwood Citizen University participants. Sarah, you're already here.
I am.
Tell us
Hi.
a little bit about this.
Yeah, so we brought back Sherwood Citizens University after about a 5-year hiatus due to COVID. The last time we had the sessions was back in 2019, so it was nice to bring it back to the community. In September, we opened up the application process via our website, and we started the course in October. We had 6 Thursday evening sessions that ran until early November. And we're here to recognize the citizens that completed the course. I see some familiar faces in the audience, so we're here to recognize them this evening.
Awesome. You have certificates that we're
I
gonna hand
do.
them, so I'll come
Yeah.
forward, we'll call them up and
That
we'll have them
sounds
stay
good.
up here in case we want to just get a final picture with the group, if that's okay with everybody.
Okay, great. Okay, so we have Sarah Andre, Becca Hardgrave, Jean Moffett, Jake Barge, Jean Simpson, and Carrie Mixie, and Sarah Betts. All right.
Gonna tell them to come out.
Great. Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric's gonna be our photographer.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to stand?
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just gonna stand.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, do one more. 1, 2.
Thanks, photographer. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I was just gonna say a little bit about Citizens University. Was such a great idea. This came about in, I think, around 2016, because I went to the first session the year before I got on council. And it was an idea brought forward by a city councilor at that time, Jennifer Kuiper, who's now Castler, who was actually just here. So I would have, she's still back there. I bet she stayed because she wanted to hear that this was continuing to go on. And yeah, this was kind of her brainchild back then. And it was just a fun experience that each one of the 6 sessions, for those that don't know about it, is a different department within the city where they come and learn about how that department works in our city. So yeah, it's just a great experience for learning about our city. anybody else have any input on that?
Just curious, how many people up here attended the Citizens University?
This time?
No,
In
at all.
general, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I think many counselors over that time,
have,
and then,
yeah.
then they became counselors. So you have, you can always join a board or commission or counselor too. But thank you guys for giving, I think 2 or 3 hours every Thursday, 2 hours? 2 hours for 6 weeks. That's a big commitment and we appreciate you taking the time to do that. So. Awesome. Well, we have a very short agenda tonight, so we are on to our city manager report. Craig.
Evening, council. I just have a few things tonight. I'd like to recognize Officer Rodriguez Jr. He will be retiring from the Sherwood Police Department in the city of Sherwood. I served 24 years here. We just want to thank him for his hard work, commitment, and positive impact, both with the department and the community, and wish him well in his next chapter. Just to mention Sherwood Holiday Festival this weekend. Festival kickoff is at 4 p.m. Starts at 12th Street, Sherwood Boulevard, ending at the Cannery Square. One thing that's really nice this year is the Youth Advisory Board, which we talked about a little bit ago in the work session. They're going to participate in the parade. And the tree lighting will happen down here at Cannery Square somewhere around 5 o'clock to 5:15. We have a finance committee meeting Thursday night at 6 o'clock here at City Hall. Annual goal setting scheduled for January 24th. We just firmed that up today. We met with Jeff and we're looking from 9 to 1 and it might finish earlier. I know some of you might want to get out of there early too, but hopefully we can get it done by noon, and calendar invites will go out sometime this week. And then I just want to mention a couple things. It was really nice to sit back in the back room and listen to everybody, the boards and commission talk. Everybody aligns. I know staff's aligned. You guys set the policies, you set the city goals with the staff, and hear all the projects that everybody's working on or their goals. It's all kind of tying together, and that's really what it's supposed to be about. So I know that this might be our last council meeting for December, in December, unless we have to have one on the 16th. Right now, we don't have one on the schedule. I just want to thank the council for your leadership, guidance, and commitment throughout the year. And I also want to thank all the city employees for their hard work, dedication, and teamwork that made 2025 successful year for Sherwood. And despite some of the challenges we had with budget. So I just like to thank everybody. I know I sent an email out last week around Thanksgiving, and it was to the boards and commission, but everybody is working really well, which makes this job right here a lot easier. So I thank you. And it's fun. That's right, Keith. So I just want to thank everybody because that's how it's supposed to work. And I think it starts at the top with you guys setting the policies, right? And the goals, and then it flows down from there, and the staff does a great job here. So
Well, it makes it it makes it enjoyable and easy when you have leadership that takes the goals that council sets and easily disseminates them and gets staff on board with the work. Thank you, Craig.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions for the city manager and any of the other staff here?
I do know we did put up some, just so if you drive Roy Rogers, we did put up some LED lights around the rock out there, but we're having some problems because there's a street light. So they're really not turning on. I also know staff's going through training on the bridge here pretty soon. We did add some photo cells out there, photo eyes, so the bridge will come on now and it just doesn't stay. So I think there's some tweaking still going on out there. And then if you've been down by the reindeer, my understanding is there's some lights on the deer on Oregon Street. So we'll see how that turns out. So
When you say lights on the rock on Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers coming into town, the entry sign.
Oh, the welcome.
They used to be up
rock.
by
Okay.
Safeways that
Yeah.
got moved out there. But it might be that we end up having to put some sort of I believe we have a irrigation box out there close by that we might be able to put some permanent.
Well, we're just lit up.
Yeah, so, but there is some problems. So if you see it, that's what's going on out there. Or you get questions.
Question. On a similar note,
Yeah,
way back when we started the 12th to Sherwood Road project, well, not we, but when that project kicked off. And at the time, I know you brought this up, the like, welcome to Tualatin, welcome to Sherwood signs were not on 124th, they're like way down on Sipple or whatever instead. They're on, and when they got all put back, they got put back in the same spot. Like, what is the actual boundary? Because I always thought it was 124th. And it seems like it says welcome to Tualatin when you're still in Sherwood.
So it's not the city boundary on 24th. It's not equal on both sides of the road.
I don't know where the city,
So on-
I just know the one that says welcome to Tualatin is a whole light before you get to 124th.
Oh, how dare they?
I think they just put it back where they took it out
Yeah,
and we never like
I can solve
got
that.
it moved to the
I
right
got a truck.
place. It's a little thing, but you know, like we should have the boundary marked in the right place.
Our boundaries, right?
It's a great comment.
Sorry. Adding more work.
Yeah, I
for
made
you.
the move on the other side of that corner. Yeah.
And I would like to
He's so mad
thank
at me.
Captain Powell for being here tonight. This is his first meeting filling in for Chief Hanlon as a newly captain. Newly sworn in captain is the words I'm trying to say. So anyways, thank you for being here tonight. Awesome. You know, I had Sarah talk about Citizens University, but we didn't really introduce Sarah. Kristen, can you introduce Sarah?
Why don't we just let Sarah introduce Sarah?
Well, or Sarah can introduce Sarah as well.
So this is
Tell us
Sarah.
about, yeah,
This is Sarah
her new role.
Lopez, and she started transition to the new community engagement coordinator position at the beginning of August,
Yeah.
I believe, but has been with over in UB utility billing for quite a while. So if you want to share any more about that.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it, but I've been with the city for a while, since 2009 actually, and I worked in public works and utility billing. But I'm really liking my new role as communications and engagement coordinator and, love working with Kristen and Craig and everyone, so it's good to be here.
Looks like Counselor Scott has something to say.
I'm guessing, based on the conversations we all have had over the last number of years, that there's a pretty long project list already on your desk. I imagine you're going to start working through, and no pressure, but we're super excited having this role because I think it's been needed for a long time, and I'm happy to have it, and I look forward to seeing the fruits of your labors.
Thank you. Yeah, there's no shortage of work coming in, so I'm busy, but I like being busy.
And this was also another council goal that has
Right.
been accomplished that we've had on our goal list for a while, so. Great, thank you. All right, next and final is council announcements. We'll start with Councilor Ross.
Oh. I wasn't prepared to go first. Let's see, I attended the town hall at the YMCA, was it last week or the week before? I don't remember when it was, but it was nice to meet the new CEO of the YMCA of Columbia Willamette. She's very sharp. She has a lot of really good ideas. I think that we'll see the YMCA of Columbia Willamette go through some positive changes that will result in some positive presence here in this community as well. I think my other announcement is that Tuesday, so next Tuesday is the annual luncheon for the Chamber of Commerce. And there will be recognition of business leaders and volunteers in this community. Several are in this room, so congratulations to those of you who've been nominated. And that'll be a fun event, just celebrating people in this community and all the great work that's being done. The Youth Advisory Committee met right before the holiday, so before Thanksgiving. And we will see them in our parade this week or this weekend. So it'll be fun having our Youth Advisory Committee members marching along with us, handing out the candy so we don't get yelled at for throwing candy. They're going to be walking and handing it out along the path. I think that's it.
I'm not on board with that.
Doesn't mean you can't still pass out candy.
Really?
Counselor Giles.
Okay, so I want to just share a quick success story in our community that happened this week, this last week. I had the owner of Fat Milo's reach out and say that they had a fridge that they wanted to provide some food for, and they wanted to fill it, but they wanted it to be accessible. And so I reached out to my sister, Sarah Rodriguez, and she made some calls and got a volunteer contractor and laborer and some lumber donated. And now there's a little shed behind the restaurant that has, if you're experiencing food insecurity and would like, they've got staples plus other fresh things that are in there, but it's mostly it's funded by just members of the community. There's faith communities that helped and stuff, and it all happened over the course of Thanksgiving week. Essentially, they got that, and there's also a dry goods pantry just right next to it. And I know that. So for people that are experiencing hunger or this time of year and just want a sandwich or different things that are in the fridge there, please go there and take advantage of it. It's mostly funded by Fat Milo's, but there's other community people that are helping with that as well. So it was great to see somebody have an idea and put it into place within a week. It was phenomenal. So that's all for me. We don't have anything for planning this month, right? Next week we do, but I don't have anything to report. Yeah, so next week there's a planning meeting, but I'll report on it hopefully in January.
Counselor Stampy.
Okay. Well, first of all, last week, my family and I were getting ready for the, no, I can't remember the run that we did on Thanksgiving.
Give and gobble.
Thank you. Give and gobble. And while I was out jogging, I saw many members of the community engaged in their civic duties. Kim Young was out as council president collecting signatures for something, and other citizens were on corners demonstrating for other things. And it was great to see people getting out, letting their voices known. I believe that the more people who are involved, the better decisions we make as a community. So it was great to see. The library board met last week, and the main thing we talked about was getting ready for this work session tonight and different ideas. And although we only touched on a few of the things that we talked about, it was actually, I think, one of the best meetings that we've had as a board, sharing ideas about what the vision is for the future of the library and what we can do with the limited funds we have and technology that is coming upon us. And so really excited for next year to see kind of what we can actually put in place. And as we develop more of these, happy to share with the council. But it was a great meeting. The Sherwood Library Foundation is really close to meeting their funding goals for the meeting pods in the library. If anybody has an extra $1,000 or $5,000 to donate, we'd much appreciate it. We're really close. The school board met last week as well. They addressed inclement weather. Just a reminder that if school is closed for the day or early release, all after-school activities are canceled. And they do have 2 snow days built into the calendar. One of the, I guess the 3rd grade reading state language arts assessments, we came in at 66% of our 3rd graders being passing at or above that level. And it's lower than the school district would like. And so they last year did a pilot program for high dosage tutoring and took the results and are now going to fully implement it in January. And they've posted jobs and are looking for instructional assistants who love working with kids. They are offering training. It is a science-based learning. It sounds great. And other places around the country are using this and seeing fabulous results. So if you're interested in helping with that, it's only a few hours a week, but we'd love to have you. We are looking for more people to help with that. And then lastly, I just wanted to address the continued ICE presence in and around our city. Recently, our Oregon Attorney General, along with the district attorneys of Multnomah, Clackamas, and Washington counties, sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security to notify them of an investigation into alleged unlawful actions by federal officers in Oregon and is seeking corrective action. Some of the examples that they included in the letter included stopping teenagers at gunpoint in Hillsborough, arresting a 17-year-old U.S. citizen high school student while on lunch break, involving property damage, and the use of tear gas, pepper balls, and non-lethal munitions against nonviolent protesters, and even our local law enforcement officers here in the state. One of the paragraphs in that letter really resonated with me with what we've been trying to do with our police department here in our community. And so I'll just read this here. Each time law enforcement acts unlawfully in violation of our Constitution or with unwanted force, it undermines public trust and confidence in our government and weakens the very principles our nation stands for. Keeping communities safe and holding those who commit violent crimes accountable can only happen when the public has trust in all law enforcement institutions. The public does not often differentiate between abuses by one agency or another. They just view it as abuse by law enforcement. So I'm happy that our Attorney General, district attorneys are sending this letter and helping keep people accountable for their actions. That's all I have.
Thank you, Counselor. Counselor Scott.
I attended Parks Board last night. It was there was good discussion among the board about kind of trails, and we were talking about this a little bit in our work session earlier, but kind of focus on where they want to look at for trails for next year, and kind of different conversations around what kind of improvements and additions that they might be looking to make. Also, I'll note on the YMCA front, the current is it the director of Sherwood? The executive director of the Sherwood chapter has been coming to every Parks Board meeting, I think, for 3 months in a row now. So she's done a great job of coming in, talk about what they've got going on. They've started a bunch of new programs. They've restarted some old programs. They're trying to get the teen center going again. So very encouraged by the new leadership there and the steps they're taking. And, you know, they've got a long road back to get to things where they probably need to be, but it's definitely a lot of steps in the right direction. And just the fact that they're coming to Parks Board, engaging, took a lot of questions and comments from the Park Board. So I think, you know, kudos. I think it's really good to see that relationship strengthening. On a personal note, I also walked in the Give and Gobble on Saturday or Friday, or sorry, Thanksgiving. And it reminded me that a year ago, I was not able to do that with my wife, Teresa, who was undergoing about Thanksgiving last year. She was about 35 radiation treatments in, along with a bunch of chemotherapy as well. And so it was really nice to be out there with her again. It's something we've done every year together for a long time. And I'm thankful to report that a week or so ago, she had her 4th straight clean scan. So she's still doing great with recovery and staying cancer free. And just really thankful for her and for, just, around the holidays last year was a pretty bad time. And I'm so thankful that this year it was such a great time. And I really just being personal, but it just reminded me of that when you spoke about it. So thank you.
Great.
It's not me. I mean, she's fine. Not the press.
Oh, we're clapping for her.
I know.
Yeah.
Not you. We are thankful for that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Counselor Mays.
Oh, I can't follow that. That's awesome. Let's see, Cultural Arts Commission meeting, beginning of last week. It was great celebrating all of the stuff going on. So the city staff was great. They installed the additional holiday lights. You'll see the snowflakes on the poles in Old Town to help brighten it up even more. Celebrating the deer and all the progress made on the medallions for the bridge, and working on the public process to get community art for the loo or the restroom in the Cannery Square. So it's no longer brown. It'll be something more cheery, aesthetically pleasing. Exactly. So that was all great. And they're functioning really, really well. It's great to see. Very exciting. That week I was then in Salt Lake City for the National League of Cities conference. First time I've done that in all my years. it was just something I've been with busy life. I just prioritized other things. When it came to community service, focused on Oregon and versus the national side. So that was interesting. And still getting my heads around it. There was no cost to the city because it was, I applied for a grant from the League of Oregon Cities, so that was great. And the weather was good, so that was nice. While I was there, though, I still participated in a city transportation system plan meeting that is always fun to do remotely, not as well as a WACA 911 CEO board meeting, in which it was great because the hotel internet went out on me halfway through. I was running the meeting. So that was fun, but they survived without me for the last half hour. And yeah, excited about yeah, the rest of the year. And Craig said it really well. It has been from my desk, an absolute joy working with this council, with the mayor, council president. Been a wonderful year with staff. Craig has done a fantastic job. Kristen, as his number two, and all staff across the board. Wonderful job. I want to wish everybody the best holidays. So
Awesome.
best holidays.
Thank you. And just a couple of quick things for me. I also attended the YMCA Town Hall. That was probably one of the most encouraging meetings I had attended, listening to the new CEO of the YMCA Columbia Willamette and her vision, and seeking input from community members of what used to be, what they want to see, the changes, that had come from COVID, and just really wanting to make the YMCA be a very welcoming place for our community, back to sort of hopefully back to like the living room of Sherwood is what I used to hear it be called. I also attended last night the Region 1 Area Commission on Transportation. I am a Washington County representative on that board, and that's an ODOT. That board is an advisory board to the Oregon Commission of Transportation. And we had a capital investment plan update. And then we talked about how the act, and there's multiple acts around the state, contributes to the direction and the coordination of the CIP, with ODOT not having the funding that it needs to keep up with the maintenance of our roads, and so how we as a region, the Region 1, gets our wants and needs into that plan with competing forces from around the state. So there was a timeline of them wanting us to give input by April, and we're like, how do we make that meaningful when we only meet every other month and really get to give input? So there's some more conversation on how to make sure that our voices are heard, and that the guidance or the coordination and direction that we want to give to the OCT is heard. So for around our region. And that was it. The Police Advisory Board, I attended that last week. 2 weeks ago. And we also talked about the goals for the next coming year that we brought forward to tonight's work session. And that is all I have.
Yeah.
Anybody else has anything else?
I do have one thing. I know you guys mentioned the YMCA quite a bit tonight. I just want to let you know the new CEO is planning on wanting to have a work session with you. That's to bring some feedback from the town hall that her and one of the board chairs held here not too long ago. And I am glad to see that the new executive director of this YMCA is actually making it to the Parks Board meeting. So that's nice. They've been good to work with. So far.
Great. And with that, the good order, we will adjourn the meeting. Thank you all for coming. Good job.